Pisces. This is Nightbird Tarot. I'm here to do your daily collective message for all placements of Pisces. Today is January 29th, 2026. But when you find this reading is when you're meant to receive the message. We're going to take a look at what the vibe is today, and then we'll pull some tarot cards, and then I'll finish off your reading with a message from the universe. Let's call in spirit. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the vibe is for the day. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the likes, shares, subscribing, all your comments, all your hypes, all your thanks buttons that you're hitting, all of those good things. And if you feel called to hit the hype or the thanks button, thank you so much. It really does help the channel grow. If you're unsure where those buttons are, you just have to scroll over a little bit. And how the thanks button works, it's like a tip, basically. The hype button is just hitting the hype button, and it gets the video out to more people out there. So it helps push that out there into the algorithm. So when you hit that, it really does help my channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're new here and you like my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well if you want. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the vibe for today for Pisces? January 29th, 2026, or when my viewers are viewing this message. We have laughter, happiness, joy, and healing. That's nice. One more, please, Spirit. What is the vibe for today for Pisces? Ooh, why do we always get this? Two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. I want to pull one more. We have stagnant, stuck, dead end, frozen. Okay. All right. Pisces, what I'm picking up right away is that Spirit wants you to return to laughter, happiness, joy, healing after some type of backstabbing situation. It feels like what Spirit is saying here is that life has been a little stagnant, a little stuck, a little dead end, a little frozen, perhaps because you've been healing after some type of situation where somebody might have been living a double life, somebody was a cheater, somebody was a backstabber, somebody was two-faced. This could be work-related, this could be relationship-related, it could be family-related. We'll dive a little deeper here. But I feel what Spirit is saying is it's time to return to laughter. It's time to return to joy. As you're healing through this process, you have felt a little stagnant in life. Things have been feeling kind of stuck or dead end or frozen. Like it's time to move into the year of the horse is what it feels like. So, you know, you're letting go of what no longer serves you and you're moving forward with momentum. Let's take a look at what the tarot have to say. Yeah, it's time to return to laughter is what I keep hearing. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the most important message for Pisces? Okay. Page of Cups, King of Cups, both in the reverse positions. Most important message for Pisces, Spirit. What do they need to know right now at the time they're viewing this message? The Moon card. And we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, this is a very emotional reading. We've got 3 cups in the Moon. So the Moon is your energy, Pisces, in the reverse position here. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles in the shadow for what you don't see. And I did see that card coming through as I was shuffling. So what I'm feeling here, Pisces, is that perhaps through the healing that you've been facing, you've gone through something in the recent past where the energy was not great. You maybe had to walk away from something that no longer was good for you in your life, okay? And I feel like through the healing process, you may have been afraid to step out again and enjoy life. You may have been hermiting a lot. And I feel like what this card is, the stagnant card, the stuck, dead end, frozen, is almost like the hermit card to me. Like you've gone through the ending of something in the recent past. You've walked away from something. And it's almost like you're in your head here with the moon card. This is you, Pisces, in the reverse position. You have like delusional thoughts when it comes to stepping out again and having fun, finding your happiness, finding laughter, finding joy again. You are healing, it feels like, but it's almost like you're in a place, Pisces, that feels like you were hurt so badly that you just want to be by yourself because you don't want to be hurt anymore. But what Spirit is saying here is time to return to laughter. It's time to return to happiness and joy. You've been stuck in this situation for a really long time, and I feel like it's almost like that fight or flight response where the adrenals have been on fire for so long that you've had to rest, you've had to heal, and your body doesn't know what to do now. It has been in this fight or flight response for so long, and you've been going through this healing process for quite some time now, and it's almost like the mind, body, spirit doesn't know what to do now. So you're in this stagnant energy is what it feels like to me, Pisces. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse position to start your reading here. I feel like you may have dealt with some type of situation where somebody was two-faced, double life, cheater. Could have been some type of lying situation, okay? This could also be you lying to yourself about being up in your head here. You're deceiving yourself about your future. Perhaps saying to yourself that, you know, if this was a romantic partner who didn't treat you very well, that you had to walk away from, it's almost like you're telling yourself they're all the same. They're all the same. I don't want to do that anymore. But this is a delusional thought. They're not all the same. That Spirit wants you to return to laughter, happiness, joy, etc. You've been very stuck in this situation, stuck in this mindset, frozen in this mindset. And it's almost like you're deceiving or lying to yourself about being happy again, Pisces. This could also be who you were dealing with here, this liar, cheater, deceiver. We have the King of Cups here as well. This could have also been this person. This person was very difficult to please. This could also be you, Pisces. We're going to go back and clarify, don't you worry. But I feel like you have been maybe difficult to please, Pisces. Maybe you've put yourself out there, you know, maybe, you know, you've tried to get out a little bit and you're like, what am I doing here? Or maybe you went on a date and you're like, this sucks. Like, I don't want to do this. You're very difficult to please. You could have been lying to yourself about, you know, never being able to find somebody. This is an emotional reading. So whatever it is, there's emotion behind it. And with the Moon card, your energy in the reverse position, this is very delusional thoughts that you're having, Pisces, is what I'm feeling here. We have the Nine of Cups here as well in the reverse position as well. This is a card of imperfection. So I feel like Spirit is saying that, nobody's perfect, Pisces. You may be the one that's difficult to please moving forward, finding love again, finding friends again, finding a situation. It could be work related as well. Whatever it is, it's emotional related. And I feel like it's you, Pisces. We're going to go back and clarify, but I feel like this is you, Pisces, that you're all up in your head here, feeling like you're stuck, stagnant. You're at a dead end. Like you're never going to do this again. You're never going to be in love again. You're not going to find that right person. There is no one like that. You have to remember that not everybody is perfect. It feels like you have some delusional thoughts, Pisces. You're difficult to please, and you could be just lying to yourself about your future, finding happiness and joy again, finding laughter. Spirit keeps saying to me, return to laughter. But I feel like you're all up in your head, Pisces. I feel like you were hurt so badly and you had gone through, and I kept hearing this fight or flight response. The body was going through this fight or flight response for so long that the mind, body, soul in this healing process doesn't know how to react again, doesn't know how to open your heart again to a new job, a new relationship, a new friend, whatever. And you've kind of been hermiting yourself away, saying to yourself these lies, Pisces. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the shadow for what you don't see. With it being reversed, I feel like this is you like not wanting to do anything, not wanting to put yourself out there again. It's almost, it's not even a laziness. It's more of a protective mode that you're in, Pisces. Let's go back and clarify. This is very interesting. Please clarify the Page of Cups, please, Spirit. So there could be a return of a person in your life, a return of an old friend or a new relationship. The old friend was the liar, cheater, deceiver here, okay? That old friend was a liar, cheater, deceiver. Somebody that was two-faced, living a double life, backstabber, etc. It feels like you feel like everyone is that way, even if somebody new comes in. The Five of Cups could be somebody new coming in. I feel like you feel, Pisces, that they're all like this. You feel that anybody new coming in is going to be a liar, cheater, deceiver as well. Please clarify the King of Cups. We have the Tower card, yeah. So you're very difficult to please. You think that everything is going to come crashing down no matter what. You're difficult to please. Like you think that everything is going to crash and burn. It's almost like you are, what do I want to say? I can't think of it right now. But what I want to say is almost like you're doing this to yourself, Pisces. You're putting your energy out there like this, which is leaving you stagnant, which is leading you from happiness, or leading you away from happiness, or leading you away from laughter, or leading you away from joy. You're healing. You've stepped away from this individual, but now you don't think that you ever can find somebody. You think everyone's like this. You think everyone's two-faced, leading a double life, a cheater, or a backstabber. You think everything's going to be crumbling down. You're telling yourself lies about this. You're very difficult to please. You're like, even if somebody sets you up on a date, that you'll be like, oh, it's just going to crumble on down. No, thank you. If you're in a relationship right now, you may have been going through some type of situation where somebody was leading a double life cheater, backstabber. This could be a friend or something like that. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. A friend may have been two-faced to you. So you're like, I'm not going to put myself out there and, find a new girlfriend or a guy friend or whatever. I'm not going to go out with these group of people anymore. They're backstabbers. They're liar, cheater, deceivers. They're all like that. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So take it as it resonates. Or a job that you were in and you're like, those people are crazy. I'm not going to get another job like that because they're all, backstabbers. But you're all in your head here, Pisces, with the Moon card. This is your energy. And we have the Knight of Pentacles here as well. In the reverse position, clarify the Nine of Cups too, please, Spirit. It's almost like you're off track here. You're not thinking right. You're not following what Spirit is wanting you to return to laughter or happiness here. And we have the Seven of Swords here. The back of the deck, we have the Hangman. I knew I would get that card coming out here. You're not seeing things in the proper perspective, Pisces. You're not seeing things correctly. There's a lot of illusion that you're telling yourself lies here about perhaps you've gone through this healing phase after something really hurt you and you're in the stagnancy, you're stuck, you're in a dead end, but you are telling yourself lies that every situation will always be like this. So I don't want to get myself out there again. I don't want to have fun. I don't want to have joy. I don't want to have laughter because it's just going to lead to heartache. And I feel like that's what you're telling yourself, Pisces. So you're stuck in this situation. The Knight of Pentacles here in the reverse position is your lack of motivation to see things clearly. You're only seeing things how they used to be, or the situation for which really hurt you, where you were in this fight or flight response all the time. And your mindset kind of is inconsistent here, Pisces. I feel like one minute you're like, okay, I'll put myself out there again, and then you retract. Or one minute you're like, okay, I'll make new friends, and then you retract. Or you say, okay, I'm going to go get a job like this again, and then you retract. That's what it feels like here, Pisces. Something hurt you so badly that you don't want to ever do that again. So you're not going to put yourself in that kind of situation again. But you're almost telling yourself lies here. Not everyone is perfect. You're looking for perfection, Pisces. But not everyone is perfect here. We have the Seven of Swords here in the reverse position. That is clarifying this Nine of Cups here. And when the Seven of Swords is reversed, you're looking for perfection here. And this basically is Spirit saying to you, not everyone is perfect. This is strong advice that not everyone is perfect. You're looking for perfectionism. Or you're telling yourself that everyone I ever meet, any job I ever have, any friend I ever have is going to be like this. You're telling yourself this, which is delusional. and you don't want to nurture anything more. And as I said with the Hangman in the reverse position in the shadow here, you're not seeing things in the right perspective. You're feeling stalled in life. You're wasting time. There's a lack of progress on your part because you don't want to put yourself in this situation again. But what Spirit is trying to tell you, Pisces, is that not everyone is perfect. Not everyone is going to be like this. That it's time for you to return to laughter, happiness, and joy after healing from what you've gone through, Pisces. It's time to return to laughter, happiness, and joy. I think for quite some time here, Pisces, it feels like you have just kind of been stagnant, sitting stuck, frozen, healing, but not doing anything more in your life because of what you're telling yourself. What is the advice here for Pisces, please, Spirit? We have the Eight of Swords. Yes. So the advice is you are no longer bound by this energy. The Eight of Swords in the reverse position, you're no longer bound. You're no longer blinded. You're no longer stuck in this energy where you went through some type of situation where somebody was a backstabber, somebody may have cheated on you, somebody was living a double life. The situation where you felt like your adrenals were on fire, okay? You were in this fight or flight response all the time. You felt very trapped, isolated, blinded, etc. But you are no longer blinded or bound by the situation is your advice from Spirit. One more, please, Spirit. What is the advice for Pisces? And we have the Nine of Wands here. It's time for you to return to life. It is time for you to return. Nine of Wands here. You've rested. It is time for you to get up and start moving again. Finding laughter, happiness, and joy, Pisces. You've been stagnant, stuck, and frozen long enough after healing from some type of situation that really, really hurt you. I'm going to pull a message from the universe to finish up your reading here, Pisces. But yeah, you don't have to be, and I've got the Five of Pentacles here in the shadow in the back of the deck. You don't have to be left out in the cold anymore. That's for what you don't see. You're being left out, in situations. You're leaving yourself out is what it feels like. You're stepping away from having happiness, joy, laughter because of your fear, because of your high expectations, because of the delusions that you're telling yourself, Pisces. Message from the universe to finish up the reading for Pisces, please, Spirit. Okay, it says, when the world feels like it's coming crashing down around you, take this as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. You're not this person anymore that had to deal with the situation. You're no longer in that fight or flight response, Pisces. You need to let go of that person, that girl or boy that you were in that situation. You're not that person anymore. You need to let go of who you thought that was. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear the path. In other words, you had to go through this, Pisces, in order to find what is meant for you. Not everyone is like this. So decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you have been waiting for. That's the mindset you should have, Pisces. Not that everyone is like this. Not that everybody has this imperfection of cheating, etc. Your mindset should be, I went through this for a reason. I went through this in order to push me towards what my ultimate fulfillment is. My return to laughter, my return to joy, my return to healing and happiness. Not all storms come to destroy your life. They come in to push you towards what you're meant to be doing or finding or seeing or being with. So take it as it resonates here. So even though the world has felt like it crashed down around you, this is your opportunity to let go of who that girl or boy was in that situation and start brand new. The divine is guiding you towards your ultimate fulfillment. The divine is guiding you towards what you are meant to be doing. This is divinely orchestrated here, Pisces. So I'm going to leave the message there. If you like the message, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Please be kind and compassionate to one another. And I will see you tonight for your love messages. Take care. Namaste.